Hi everybody, welcome to Sunday supper. Hope you are going to enjoy this sweet treat. I don't know if anybody does Daniel fast or they know what the Daniel fast is. A lot of people do dry January. Our church does something called the Daniel fast. Well, I have a huge sweet tooth and I need my chocolate. So I came across this recipe a long time ago, and what I did was just tweak it here and there. That's what I like to do to recipes anyhow, is make them more fun, more interesting than the original ones that they were intended to be. This particular recipe calls for walnuts, so hopefully everyone has their walnuts. I get the giant bag from Costco. And you've also put your dates in a jar or a container at least for 10 minutes before you got on. I did this probably about an hour ago. Your cocoa powder, that's your other ingredient that you're going to need. And if you like a little spice, so you like a little sweet and a little hot, you can add cayenne pepper. If you want to leave it plain and just chocolatey, you can add a teaspoon of vanilla. Or I like orange. I mean, I love the taste of orange and things. So I am going to use, let's see, I'm in my little oil drawer here. Clementine. That's the oil that I'm going to use in mine. And I'm just going to use a couple drops in it. I think I did like 4 the last time I made these. About 4 drops of this. But first we're going to start with the walnuts. And we're going to put them in a food processor. So hopefully everybody has a food processor. It's important that you have a food processor when you do this. Let's see if you can see the food. Yeah, you can see the food processor. Okay. You're going to measure out 2 cups of walnuts. It, and that's about 2 cups. You're going to put them in your food processor. And then I would put it on high just to get them to almost a powder, but stop it before it starts to turn to walnut butter. I would do a little bit more than that. Let's see if I can bring you on here so you can kind of see what I'm looking at inside there. Well, that was pretty funny. Anyhow, that is what it looks like inside. I'm going to do it just a little bit more to get it a little finer. So, and I just keep this in the fridge. And then I'm going to get the 2 cups. These are 2 cups of dates, and we're going to add those in. There might be a little residual water. That's fine. Let it go in there. And you're going to need a 1/2 cup of cocoa. And you're going to also need a little bit more cocoa when we roll them. So the reason I say they're guilt-free is it's not loaded with sugar at all. I mean, the only sugar in here is the natural sugar from the dates itself. So here is a 1/2 cup of cocoa, just plain cocoa. And like I said, if you want to use an oil, just use a teaspoon if you don't have like the essential oils. If you want to use cayenne pepper, just going to put a dash or 2, and that just depends if you can deal with the heat from the cayenne. I personally love it. And so clementine, I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm thinking 3 is enough. And then the cayenne pepper, and I am going to do cayenne in this. Now, if you don't want to kick it up, no reason to kick it up at all. Just don't put too much. I kind of made it a little too hot. I put 2 little drops of that in there. And now you are going to pulverize it one more time. And you'll actually start to see it form into like a ball. You can come out, look at it. If you see it, it's you can actually start to form this into little balls already. It doesn't take a lot of time. You can see what it looks like inside. Now these are seriously so good. It's the only thing that got me through my fast, believe me. Every night I think I had them. I even got to the point where I had to take them to work because I needed something sweet after lunch. So I'm going to put a little cocoa in a bowl. That's what I choose to use. Yeah, and you may have to add a little bit more. And then I like to use my melon baller for everything. It just kind of gives you the right amount that you want. This one it was so easy to form. And then I just roll it around. You can also roll it in coconut. If you have shredded coconut, you may want to grind it to be a little bit finer. If you have kids and, they want something that's fun, you want to do like little nonpareils, the different colored ones for the little kids, just to make it more fun. But this is a great treat. I mean, that's what it looks like. And this is so fast and so easy to make. Like I said, you will taste the, you'll know if it's not pulverized enough because these will break apart when you're trying to roll them in your hand. And then just throw them in. I'm telling you, the key is to have those dates that they were in. I put them in warm water when I do it. That they were definitely ready. Because this is a totally different look and feel when you're trying to do them. So again, I just get them, roll them around, and then just stick them in my little container here. At this point, I've been making them just about every week to try and stay off the chocolate. I do have a terrible sweet tooth. And then just continue to keep rolling them into little balls. I mean, the melon baller really just kind of guides you so that you're not getting too much. I mean, you could make them bigger. You could use the other side of the melon baller if you want. Since I know I'm never going to stop at 2 or 3, I figure if I go smaller, it's not going to kill me if I eat too many. And then I even found another recipe when I was looking online for these lemon ones. And if you're there and, you're just doing this, I mean, this is, easy to do. I would, you might want to write down the recipe for the other one. That one is 2 cups of raw cashews. Put those in your food processor and you're going to grind those. Then you're going to get half a cup of dates. They do not need to be softened at all. You actually put them in there just the way they are. Half a cup. And then you are going to put the juice of 2 lemons and the zest of 2 lemons. So you're going to zest it. I usually zest it before I cut it and use it. You're also going to put in 1.5 cups of coconut in that particular recipe. And then you're just going to pulverize the whole thing in the food processor. That is another delicious treat. But we're always looking for something different. I know I am. I mean, I can bake anything, but I kind of try and get the ones that are not bad for you, I guess. It's all bad for you if you eat it in excess. But they're just fun to make, fun to eat. And you really let the pan, so that's why I use this little metal bowl. I love all these bowls. And you know, as some of you may or may not know, my mother, passed away in November. And everybody's like, well, what do you want from your moms? What do you want from your moms? Can I tell you the only things I wanted were cooking things? I got a giant pot, which I'm making a pot of gravy right now in. I had one, but I needed a second one. And big, long wooden spoons. That's all I really wanted. Those were the things. And then you always remember her. Same thing with my grandmother. I still have a couple of her things that she had. And again, it was all about cooking. There was nothing really else that I wanted, but I wanted to remember what they loved the most, cooking. And what brings families together more than that? Around a dinner table. And laughter. Lots of memories when we were growing up. Lots. When you weren't allowed to drink yet, I remember my grandfather, for the holidays, we would have wine with grape soda. I'm sure they'd call Dyfus on us today, but we did do that when we were kids. And we all turned out okay. As far as I know, none of us are alcoholics. Yeah, a little bit more. And you'll see how easy this is. So I know I usually do meals, and I thought, let's do some type of, a dessert. I mean, you kind of get the gist of it. It usually fills this container. I kind of use the same one all the time. Again, if you make them bigger, you're going to get less. And that's totally up to you. But it's almost a healthier alternative. If you have a nut allergy, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what we could put in this instead of. Some things I have not. Oh, it smells so good. You can smell the orange in it. That was a little big, that one. Oh well. I have to make gnocchis after this. But these are really so easy to make. Just keep throwing them in there. I see a few people are on there. Let's see, it says bring on cameras. Hi, Allison. Hi, Aunt Carmela. Hi, Sue and Patty. I'm sure you're together watching it. Like I said, you could put this in coconut. I've also rolled these in cinnamon before. It's whatever. I mean, I like to change it up so it's not always the same. And then you'll see that they start to, the chocolate just starts to seep in. Yeah, it's totally fine. You don't have to re-roll them. I mean, if you want to, you can. But you'll be amazed at how chocolatey they taste. Nicole, do I smell escarole? No, but I have a giant thing of soup in the freezer. And somebody asked me if I could make more escarole soup. I said, sure, all I have to do is go get the escarole, put some meatballs in it. And then again, just, it's so easy. I mean, this is like the easiest treat, sweet treat that you could possibly have. Has anyone tried one yet while they're making them? Well, for anybody that came late, it's very easy. It's 2 cups of walnuts in the food processor, and you're going to grind them until they're not quite fine, but not too chunky. And then you're going to add the 2 cups of dates that you have had in warm water for at least 10 minutes. I mean, an hour is so much better in my opinion. And then you're going to add a 1/2 cup of cocoa, plain cocoa, unsweetened. And then you're going to add in either a teaspoon of vanilla, or if you like to use different oils, essential oils, you're only going to do a few drops. You can add orange, a cranberry, clementine is what I put in this one. And then if you like to kick it up a notch, which I like everything a little spicy, I add cayenne pepper to mine. Just a little, not too much. And then you pulverize them to they are this type of consistency. If you could see that, it's very crumbly. And then you just start rolling them into little balls. And throw them in more cocoa or coconut or cinnamon, whatever you feel like having. You can always half the recipe. It's very easy to half it. 1/2 cup of whatever it is, just cut it in half. But I figure if I'm making them, I might as well make enough to share. And we are almost done. But like I said, this is a fun thing to make. I'll be making homemade ricotta gnocchis after this for my guests. It's a nice freezing cold day. Always a good pasta day in my opinion. And these travel nice and easy. You could throw them in a little container, have them in your car. I'm in my car a lot. So because I'm in my car, I like to have snacks in there. And these are really fun snacks to have. And it's so easy to just shake these around. And as you'll see, we're pretty much filling this whole container. We get to the bottom of this. I swear I use this food processor at least twice a week to make something. That was probably my most favorite thing during the pandemic, was cooking more. Had to stop at the very beginning though. I made cookies and it was only me, so I ate the whole batch. That's not good. Pretty sure I gained about 10 pounds at the beginning. Had to get that off quick. We are just about done. I hope everybody's having fun and they're doing it and making these. It's a really fun treat. Shake them in the cocoa. We are just about. There's not that many left in here. which went right through. Little hole in there. And when it gets to the bottom, it's a little more difficult. And that's the last few here. Just try to get that last bit out of there. Make 2 out of that. What's left? That's it. That is the end of them. Shake them in cocoa. So if I had to tell you how many it yields, it depends on how big you make them. But you have a whole complete container of these sweet treats. They're really good. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come back and join me the next time I have my event, which will probably be next month. See you all then. Have a great day.